Thank you for making us a part of your Saturday. Welcome to Weekend Central. My name is Grace Hamwajuman.
And my name is George Queenan.
Coming up this afternoon. Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, urges police action as it reveals that 13 journalists and media workers have been attacked across Ghana between January and October this year.
And the National House of Chiefs calls on Ghanaians to uphold Ghana's democratic principles and avoid any form of electoral violence.
Many thanks for joining us. The bulletin starts right here, right now. The National House of Chiefs has called on Ghanaians to uphold Ghana's democratic principles and avoid any form of electoral manipulation, violence, or media coercion as the December 7 general elections approach. In a statement signed by the Registrar of the National House of Chiefs, Anthony Yeboah-Teburi, the House emphasized free, fair elections. The statement urged all Ghanaians to respect the rule of law and safeguard the integrity of the electoral process. The National House of Chiefs has also called on the Electoral Commission and its related agencies to discharge their duties impartially. So as calls grow for candidates in this year's election to sign a peace pact, indications suggest that major political actors will be gathering in Accra next week to discuss ways to ensure a peaceful and credible election. The presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, John Dramani Mahama, is assuring Ghanaians that he will approach this year's election with an unprecedented level of vigilance. Komla Kluche is a man with John Mahama's team, and he joins us for a conversation on this. Komla, what is this gathering you're getting indications on? Komla, if you can hear me, update us on this gathering you're picking indications on. Well, we're working the line to speak to Komla Kluche, a man who is with John Dramani Mahama's team, to update us on that gathering about the signing of a peace pact as part of preparations. Well, as part of preparations for this year's election. Let's listen to John Mahama and then we can connect with Komla Kluche again.
Obianim say NDC ya asumdwe for near papa atamils or ya asumdwe hene. Nti bibia ye bia ya pe asumdwe. And so yanka say asumdwe nti ye betina say ama obi asisi ye. Abato a ye betu ye bebie ye ni na ya hwe ni ye se na be ye frenchim. Ebi say ye nim say ye frenchim na nyame adom nti NDC bedin kodim. It's a mess, yenye polling agents. Me and Kasa, ye dinipa mianubia kotna honti, ye jai jumana maomo. The two abanu we are about 5 o'clock, yenna yensan call your police station. Nyanko jina hon yenshe sombekan. No more kind we are. Electoral Commission and Mra Omode Abani say, Nipa or share sa police station also. I was say, Oba Hundero results a bebasa police station. No, I was say on no bien na no ebo Hundero. Na mesremo wa video bia video camera. Oba sa dero no udetwa se na be ya ochina obi kosesa o police station results a. No hu say ampa ye wiem. Enti yen na be polling agent ni bi. Na mejina ha na mahye nananom bo. Any yeji phone na ne Ghana phone na se basa yobia ba abato no mu a every year NDC4 if you say ye dey ye pe asomdwe ye nim say ye na ebedi nkunim enti ye pe basa bia e wa abato no.
NDC presidential candidate John Mahama urging party faithfuls to be extra vigilant in this year's election. Komla, if you can hear me now, what is this gathering you're getting indications on?
Well, it's one that can be said to be almost that of a peace gathering of the sort, but the clarity has to be put that it is not the signing of a peace pact, but it is a gathering we understand, details of which are not out there yet. We take the indication that John Mahama, Dr. Bawumia, the president himself, the Electoral Commission, and then other stakeholders, including the Peace Council, are quite likely to have that meeting next week in Accra. The exact date is unknown yet. But like John Mahama has indicated, it is not an issue of signing of a peace pact. But even in the last 3 days, he's been making a cause or pushing the cause forward that even if the NDC may come to the point of signing a peace pact, it cannot only be the actors in this year's election, actors here in the political actors, but the Electoral Commission must equally commit itself so the state or the country is able to hold them accountable to it. This is the position John Mahama has held, in the last few months, and he has had a lot of support of them from the NDC that is leading as well. But we equally know that the NDC has made its position clear that it is not going to sign any peace pact on an A4 sheet, which becomes meaningless, especially when people who perpetrate violence during elections, 2020 as a case of that main example, the people will not be held accountable to it. And so this is the indication that we get, but like I did indicate, that we do not have much information on this yet. Probably in the course of the weekend, we are able to get a clearer understanding of what exactly that gathering is likely to be.
John Mahama is on his Northern Regional campaign. Tell us about his itinerary. We're seeing shots of him at an event which looks like a festival or a derby.
Well, what we just played, a clip we just played a short while ago, had to do with the 42nd anniversary of the Yejirura he attended yesterday in Yeji of the Bono East region. But behind you is the Tolong constituency, currently a seat being held by a deputy whip of the NPP, that is Labibi Drifu. John Mahama is campaigning within the Tamale metropolis today. He's doing the Tolong constituency. He's also doing the Sanaribu constituency. He'll also be doing Nantong. He'll equally be doing Tamale North and then Tamale South later, as well as the Tamale Central constituency. All these are a part of him being able to show up the numbers. He has roots here in the northern region, especially the Tamale metropolis, where he has lived for a very long time, including his father as well. And the support that the NDC enjoys in the northern region, he is hoping to capitalize on it, show up his numbers, so he's able to get the needed required numbers that would be able to take him to the seat of government. And so that is the expectation. The 4 or 5 days he spent in the northern region, one can say that it's been quite welcoming for him, especially when most of the people are clamoring for change. A change in a leader, the one who would be sincere to them, a change in a leader who would commit to the very thing that he would say. These are the words of the people who are out there on the streets, or who have been gathered in the various sectors that John Mahama has been able to campaign.
Kamla, thank you for bringing us up to speed on the campaign activities of the NDC presidential candidates. My colleague Kamla Kluche bringing us that detail.
And away from the camp of the NDC, presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Bawumia, has promised the people of the Tano North of fixing their roads and setting up a district hospital. Dr. Bawumia was addressing the people of Tano North as part of his campaign tour of the Western North region.
Election bill. Who know what Bamaro, who know what Laquenta, who know what Tanamo. We are tomorrow about I don't know, election bill. Maybe I want to mommy and Yamado, let me hear your president if you were to. If you're 9 bar, that's how I have you. na samba habio na da bu akonta achiramo na kwaya amaye na hospitals amasi ni nyina na da bu akonta TV3 stem schools na da bu akonta enti want to money more fast year no money more fast year no money more fast year no money na botumonia ibia osono gira hono ohana ne bagina your basket of blouse want to know video number 1 number 2 Dr. Bawumia number 1 na your sumbo yamba ye ejuma.
And that was the MPP presidential candidate Dr. Mahama Bawumia on his campaign tour in Tano North in the Ahafo region. Meanwhile, the MPP parliamentary candidate for Tano North, Dr. Gideon Bwakong, who is also the spokesperson for Dr. Mahama Bawumia, called on the people to vote massively for the party. Take a listen.
Vice President Bawumia Ademamo Etienina Yadi Alicia Ani Teteya Ani Sampa Ani Kasata.
Now, the MPP campaign team is now in the Western North region. My colleague Daniel Opoko is covering the campaign tour and joins me via phone. Good afternoon, Danny. Good to have you join us on Weekend Central. Daniel, I know the presidential candidate was in Tano North. How did that one really go?
Right, so good afternoon to you. The vice president began his tour and the Tano North. After last night was at Tano North to engage party people in the area for them to vote for him. He started the tour in the Tano North, or the Western Northern region, Northern part, the Western North region, that's Wayville up to now, that's when he began. And basically, he's received some kind of encouragement, and also a lot of people really have expressed their commitment to vote for the vice president. So basically, his campaign has been very good. He has also been able to, the messages that he's carried through, he's been able to communicate that effectively for party people, and even closing voters at times, he also buy into his message. Today is Saturday, and we are taking a break, and hopefully by Monday, he will commence the second phase of his campaign tour.
Daniel, can you walk us through today's itinerary? What does today look like for the presidential candidate?
Right, so today he decided to take a break. Then hopefully tomorrow, which is Sunday, he'll be having what you call job business or job connect with the youth in Greater Accra, where we'll be engaging the entire Ghanaian youth, trying to promise them jobs. Already, when you look at the manifesto of the vice president, those his campaign messages, consistently he has been talking about providing jobs in the digital area. So every constituency that the vice president found himself, he told them that about 5,000 of the people in the constituency are going to be recruited to take part in the digital initiatives and the digital jobs that he's bringing on board. Basically, he's been able to get a lot of that. So when you look at the content available, he's saying in excess of $1 million are going to be created within the digital space. And to provide also some kind of skills to the youth to be able to find themselves jobs within the digital space. So that's basically what the vice president has been saying, trying to champion the digital idea, trying to get the buy-in of the Ghanaians. So hopefully tomorrow, which is Sunday, that is what will be engaged. Also the ticket questions from the youth as for how the stage should run. Then on Monday, that from next week, Monday, then we begin the second phase of the tour. That's touring the Ashanti region. Ashanti has about 47 constituencies, where the vice president will spend some number of days in Ashanti region to begin the next phase of his tour, to sell his ideas for Ghanaians to buy into. So someone has a few days to the elections. But he's very confident that based on what he has been saying about trying to provide living wages for the chief, and also trying to introduce mechanization system, and also trying to introduce flexible system of passport application and other policies that he put together. The vice has championed this particular call.
Daniel, before I let you go, at least you're giving us a fair idea about the message Dr. Bawumia is propagating to indigents. I'm really concerned about the reception on the part of indigents. How are they accepting these messages?
Right, so the messages as well, the people are buying into the messages. That everywhere that the vice president has been, he's been able to talk about over 200 constituencies, and his messages are very clear, telling the Ghanaian people to vote for him, especially when he hasn't been the president before. When he compares himself to former President Mahama, he says that former President Mahama had only 4 years to become a president. So when you vote for him, obviously, he will not be accountable to the Ghanaian people. But for his case, he will be a president for 8 years. So when they vote for him, obviously, he will come back to account to them. And every constituency that he has been to, he has also engaged the chief. And the chief have also told him the various specific problems that they have. So for example, go to Kenya, number one, they talk about the need for their roads to be fixed. And across all the constituencies that we have been to, the issue about roads is really, really a problem. And with the vice president has renewed his commitment to get the roads fixed. And when we look at the structure of the message that they're carrying through, most importantly, people think that someone who is coming in as a fresh president, and someone is a fresh president, fresh idea. For that reason, they have reposed their confidence in the vice president. Hopefully, on December 7th, they are going to cast their ballot for him. And the vice president is very confident that by midday, 7th December, he will declare the president of the Republic of Ghana, and also the MPP is going to win the upcoming election.
Thank you so much, Daniel Opoku. Daniel Opoku is our man following the MPP presidential candidate on his numerous campaign tours. He was in Tano North and now in Western North. Like you already know, we are your election command center. This is development that is of grave concern to us. We're following up and surely update you in our subsequent bulletins. Grace.
Let's go to the Yellow family, and a leading member of the Movement for Change, Boniface Sadiq Abubakar, has described the New Patriotic Party as a party that does not reward loyalty and hard work. According to him, the sacking of Alan Kojo Chemating and other key founding members of the NPP is testament that the party pays good with evil. The former Salaga and Medina MP appealed to the people of the North to vote against the NPP. Let's connect with my colleague, Christopher Marco. He's been following up on the campaign and joins us with more. Christopher, how is the reception for the Movement for Change team in the region, and what have they been telling electorates?
Yes, so Grace, I must say that it's been wonderful for the Movement for Change team in the Northern region, because Mr. Alan Kojo Chemating himself will be in the region by Wednesday, so the team has come ahead of him to prepare the grounds, and the reception has been massive, especially at the various paramounts. They visited Yendi, visited Kumbungo, Tolong, and other traditional areas in the northern region. And for the leader, one of the leaders of the Movement for Change, Boniface Abubakar Sadiq, this is the time for the northern region to reward Mr. Alan Kojo Chemating, because being a minister for trade and industry, his footprints are all over in the region. But unfortunately, he says that the MPP is not a party worth dying for, because they have betrayed Mr. Alan Kojo Chemating as a person who has been in the forefront of the party as a founding member. Let's take a listen to what Boniface Abubakar Sadiq has been telling the people of the North.
In the end, Alan said, if this is the way you treat me, I leave the party. And God is God who installs each. I'm sure the madams are here, the mountain, in the land, as well as the man who is patient. God deals with people who are patient. In terms of leadership, we also advise him that, look, Ghana has leadership crisis. We have a problem in this country. Ghana is gifted. We have gold, we have diamond, we have bauxite, we have lithium, we have manganese, we have oil, we have water bodies, we have seas in Ghana, we have economic trees, we have fertile land. We have timber, we have cocoa, we have iron ore, we have steel, we have shale. These are economic trees.
Christopher, so we know the party has also been engaging the chiefs and people of the area. What picture can you paint when it comes to the impression so far?
Yes, so for the traditional authorities, they believe that Boniface Abubakar Sadiq has been a one-time Northern Regional Minister, and they have been applauding him for contributing to the peace of Dagbon. You remember in the 2005 when he was appointed a Northern Regional Minister, he actually worked towards the start of the restoration of peace in Dagbon that we are experiencing today. And so the chiefs have welcomed the movement for change leadership in the region, and that they are also praying that should the movement for change leader Alan Kojo Chouamantine become the president of Ghana, they will also have a benefit of his leadership. Let's take a listen to what the traditional authorities have also been saying.
Yeah.
Boniface has been a regional minister under former President Kufuor, and he did so much to bring this peace we are enjoying now in Dagbon. So I think we should understand him.
Well, Christopher, thank you for bringing us that update. This is Weekend Central on TV3. Stay with us.
You might follow these steps. You can join 1xBet app. Confirm your participation. You can bet on the correct match score. You can get a free bet every week. 1x free bet. Active bonuses for active players.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, you can get an 8K. Get a packing from your performance. Hey, wait. You can put it on his tab. This is my man. Good luck.
Bill Radio. We are star 712.
It's much more phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And I'm with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one. Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else? Let's choose buy tickets for adults.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5. Baby, give me your 5 numbers. And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank and had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with a stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the cedi and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Everybody knows Acrobato. And if you know Acrobato, it means you know M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic. M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic is my pillar. Let's hear what others are saying about M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic. Who will be careful M-Punch one?
Chesena me ankasa me period na say problems wom ntina ma wo ho idea ma me papa chesena nyana sam ketewa na mkwan point no mo hwe me modem no mo hwe bibia na so mo meduro me fire no ene ma won kra me enu kofro kwa na mkwan mu a eba and everything yourself
me ma me no adwodwo eda ho a wontumi nante ene ne ko end point o mama no nura ene ne ho idea watimi asori anante.
That's end point for you. Hello. Hey, ohwehwe what chair. Okay. A free bra wo di end point what dance. Am me call you no. Me just say my name Koye and person my name nyina and imagine Sabema. Na me be fear for there. The one nyina Jaresa. You heard everything. I have secret. M-Punch is my secret. M-Punch Homeopathic Clinic. I'm free.
The 5 kg of rice has moved from 25 cedis to 165. Oh. Hey!
Boss, cement moved from 24 cedis to 105 cedis now.
Hey!
The kenke is 5 cedis. The fish I have 10, 15, and 20 cedis. Which one do you want?
Hey!
Stop the A.
Hey!
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
This Sunday on Hot Issues.
Would you say that Speaker Bagbin was wrong in his decision to vacate the seats in the first place?
If I were in the chamber, I probably would have suggested to him that he should look at it again.
Is what we see today a failure on leadership?
We are demonstrating the worst part of us. For me, we are moving away from the values of Parliament.
Can we trust the current Electoral Commission to deliver a free and fair election?
Do we have any reason not to trust them?
Are you a violent man?
I'm generally not a violent man, but I'm fully in support of using whatever means to enforce the law.
Hot Issues shows Sundays at 2 p.m. on TV3.
TV3, first in news.
Well, you're still watching Weekend Central here on TV3 with me, George Quidin, and Grace Ajiman. In one news this afternoon, the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, has revealed that 13 journalists and media workers have been attacked across Ghana between January and October 2024. In a statement signed by the General Secretary of the GJA, Kofi Yeboah said the association's findings highlight a growing climate of violence against media practitioners, raising serious concerns about press freedom in the country. According to the date, sympathizers of the ruling New Patriotic Party have been implicated in 3 of the 9 documented attack cases. The GJA is calling for increased commitment from government entities to protect media personnel and ensure justice for victims of violence. Marking this year's International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists, the association urged the Ghana Police Service to enhance protection for journalists and is appealing to the public to recognize the essential role of the media in fostering transparency and accountability. Well, let's still longer on this very development. We are joined on the line by Kofi Yeboah, who is the General Secretary of the Ghana Journalists Association. Good afternoon, Kofi. Thanks for joining us on Weekend Central. Can you elaborate on the recent increases in attacks on journalists in Ghana? What factors do you believe are contributing to this trend?
So, before I answer that question, let me clarify one thing. The data we put out is what is available to us.
Exactly.
But we believe the cases may even be more than what we have.
Exactly.
Except that the other cases may not have come to our attention yet.
Yeah.
And this is quite alarming. Having 9 different cases occurring within the space of 2 months. That is averaging almost 1 case every month. It is quite worrying. If you look at the team for this year's commemoration of International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists. It says safety of journalists in crisis and emergencies. We believe that there are quite a number of happenings around the country that may qualify to be defined as crisis and emergencies. What is happening in Parliament now, what is happening in Boku now, the Galamsey issue, and in the electioneering. And the other day we had some gunshots in the central region. And the duty of journalists in the media is to bring happenings around the country to the attention of the people. So we are saying that if we are to discharge this duty, our safety must be assured, so that we will let the whole country know exactly what is happening. So whether it is Boku or the illegal small-scale mining, we need protection. We need our safety to be assured.
Okay.
Now, coming back to your question, our observation or our attention has been drawn to the fact that not any single of these cases has been addressed. When I say addressed, I mean by way of police investigation, making arrests, prosecuting the offenders. And that is also quite troubling to us. When we fight one case to make this point, there's a very latest case involving a responsible of the multimedia group. So they were in the mining field and they were attacked and assaulted. Now, three persons turned themselves in to the police. Police arrested them. The victims went to identify them. Then police are taking the victims to where they believe they could arrest the others involved.
Okay.
But the police had indicated that they couldn't go to the hideouts of these guys. And we thought that was quite worrying if we have our police or national security that cannot go to any part of the country to effect arrests. So we have brought this matter to the attention of the Minister of National Security. He's given us assurance that he was going to follow up on that and to see how best they can get to arrest the other person. So we are following up on that case.
Kofi, and I have friends who have been attacked before, and in terms of their treatment, their bills were footed by themselves and that of their companies. As a mother body, I'm really concerned. In which forms do your support come in?
Okay, so it is a collaborative effort. So what we do is that we also collaborate with the media houses whose staff may have been attacked. You know, sometimes even the individuals, you may be expecting or supporting a certain course of action, but individuals may pull out. Media houses may pull out. And when such things happen, it is difficult to pursue the cases to their logical conclusion. But we will not stop creating awareness and campaigning against those cases, because an attack against one journalist is a threat to another. So we are all in this boat, and we must sail together or we sink together.
Okay. Kofi, you mentioned collaboration, so let's chip in the general public. So what do you think they can do to support journalists in their work and ensure a free press in Ghana?
So we had indicated in our press statement that we need the general public to support the work we do, because the work we do is ultimately in the interest of everybody. So, for example, the Galamsey menace going on, the effects is on everybody. So if we are going to that stage to highlight the issues, for the attention of the public and duty bearers. We expect the public to support us. So, for example, when we come under attack, nobody should think that it is our case alone. We expect a round condemnation of such attack. We expect everybody to come on board and support us, because if we are not able to do the job that we are doing, it affects everybody.
Okay. Kofi Abua, thanks for your time. And he is the General Secretary of the Ghana Journalists Association. He was elaborating on a recent report on the surge in attacks on journalists in the year 2024. Grace.
Let's talk about education now. The Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, CHAS, has called on government to find an identifiable and dedicated source of funding for the free senior high school policy. CHAS, in a communique after its recently held conference, which took place from 7th to 11th October in Tamale, noted that this will do away with the challenges confronting the smooth implementation of the policy. CHAS thus urged government to undertake broad stakeholder consultations in order to come out with an amicable solution to ensure dedicated and sustainable funding source for the free senior high school policy. And the CHAS communique touched on other challenges they want government to address. Let me quickly take you through some of the concerns that CHAS has raised. So the communique is asking that government create a 21st century learning environment that is safe for both students as well as their teachers. It's also asking for dedicated funding source for the free senior high school policy. And CHAS wants internet access to all senior high schools. This has been prevalent in the manifesto of the NPP as well as the NDC. We'll see how it goes. CHAS is also concerned about the growing indiscipline in schools and is talking about deteriorating facilities in schools, erratic supply of non-perishable food items, and irregular release of funds is also a concern to CHAS. CHAS is talking about timely release of motivation allowances, inadequate furniture, ECG prepaid meters in schools, recruitment of critical non-teaching staff. They want a stable and predictable academic calendar, and frequent interdiction of school heads is a concern for CHAS. Of course, as well as the upcoming elections on December 7, CHAS says it has to be nothing but peaceful, free and fair. Well, away from the concerns of CHAS, private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu has described the Supreme Court as a political organization. Speaking on the key point, he noted that Supreme Court justices are appointed on the basis of their affiliation to either the New Patriotic Party or the National Democratic Congress, NDC. And for a professor at the University of Ghana, Ransford Jampo, he urged the Supreme Court not to demonstrate double standards. Let's listen to these panelists on the key point.
The court handled the matter well from several angles: the optics, the demeanor, delivery tone, everything.
The justification of Justice Gao still being on.
Yes, that I've made it very clear. Oh, he's a very fine judge. Oh, in the High Court, yeah, fine. Oh, and very personable. When you meet him, oh, Gao is a nice man. But that's not what we are talking about today. We are talking about he's sitting on a matter involving his party, and that one. I mean, how? Me, Kpebu. Yes. How am I coming to sit here to say something else? No, I'm not sure how I open my mouth. I mean, from all the angles, this was bad. And so I sit down and I'm like, can't we do better? No, there's a way you could have been very fine about this, in a way that would have bought the buy-in of the speaker. Because look, it was so crude. Very, very crude. I'm like, no.
There shouldn't have even been any defense. The man himself, out of his own volition, said, look, I want this matter to be handled clean. And so I am accusing him, to the extent that there are so many judges, justices of the Supreme Court, another person could have been brought, so that we would have created that semblance of trying to look out for the well-being of the country.
We are in an election year, so the government will become unpopular. These were the things he deposed to.
Okay.
How else should the Supreme Court be convinced that the matter that has been brought before them is purely politics? Indeed, it's only Parliament. Parliament is the only organ that the constitution permits political parties to send representatives. If you don't appreciate these things, then you'll be speaking about things happening in parliament as oh national interest. No, the parties have representatives there. Okay. Constitution permits us to have representatives and do politics. In fact, you can have a president who appoints his ministers, they may not appoint his party people. That's the executive. The judiciary, they are not supposed to be partisan. Okay. But in parliament, we are supposed to be partisan. So when things are happening in parliament, it's about politics. So when the judiciary wants to interfere, they must have recourse to these undertones and understand that in parliament, it's about partisanship. That is why they encourage consensus building. If you don't encourage that, there'll be a gridlock, there'll be a breakdown.
Vacancies controversies that the Speaker has recalled for the House to reconvene on November 7th, which is on Thursday. So stay with us. We'll bring you updates on how the House is going to sit. This is Weekend Central on TV3. My name is Grace Hamwajiman. We're back with more after this break. Stay with us.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. 8K. Hey, you get an 8K. Get that packing from your pocket. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. We'll wait here. We have star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here. You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Let
me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. You need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random tickets. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and bio.
With your body,
Hey,
there, tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, no be say boys no one do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Just no deal.
I understand the hassle. Hope they come. John Mahama, they come do the National Apprenticeship Program where he go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, wait till be that.
John Mahama knows say no be everybody where won't work for office.
Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this. I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, tiling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing, they say, when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's sweet. Oh, that's be one waffle.
Another one waffle thing be say, when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow! I dey go shopping my town wait 7 December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
This year, I go vote Angaza. Even if they offer me all the watcher in Ghana. Lai, I no go mess up.
Me too. Okrowo power. Conti, buy you. But with a shine one eyes, I hear say them they massage and change the results at the EC head office.
My people, I'm sure you are still talking about the election again. But what is the gist?
I heard they're able to change the figures at the EC head office and make our vote useless.
Let me assure you, even if we put your party's candidate, chairman, and general secretary as the EC chairperson and deputies, they will still not be able to steal the election for any candidate.
Sir?
The election is won or lost at the polling station, not at the EC head office. Every polling station has party agents watching like hawks. But
what about the ballot boxes? How do we know they are secure?
We treat the ballot boxes like then they carry pure gold. The ballot box is sealed with the seals of the Electoral Commission and all the political parties who choose to.
And the counting process, how do we know it's fair?
The counting is done openly for all to watch. Feely. The results go on a carbonized pink sheet. Pink sheet, no?
Yes.
The pink sheets are signed by all the agents. So we post a copy of the signed pink sheets at the polling station and also give copies to all the parties.
How are the results recorded?
From close to 40,000 polling stations, parties collate results from the pink sheets. Whoever gets the most votes from the pink sheets wins. Are you free? Are you fair?
So if the party fails to check the pink sheet properly,
blame yourself. Exactly. Look, the way the security services, the party agents, election observers, and even the media make wild, they watch the election inside. Nobody go fit steal this election inside. The EC, they ensure say the voting process, it be free, it be fair, where it be transparent on top. So make confident, then go and cast your vote on election day. But remember, elections are won and lost at the polling station, not at the EC head office. 2024 election process, not a finchim, it be clean, no kululu.
I'm a Ghanaian and I love luxury accredited faith. And I love democracy.
December 7th, Ghana is voting.
Only peace. Peace, I give it to you all.
I love Ghana.
Peaceful election before, during, and after.
One Ghana.
Peace. Peace to everybody.
One Ghana. Ghana.
This message brought to you from the luxury accredited faith.
Champion.
This October to December, King's Furniture says, thank you, Ghana. Enjoy a whopping 25% off on all our domestic kitchen, wardrobes, and sofas. Upgrade your home with the finest furniture, crafted right here in Ghana. And for your office, we're offering 20% discount on all office furniture because your workspace deserves the best. Whether it's for home or office, now's the time to make your space truly yours and give the gift of comfort and style to your loved ones. Hooray! Promo is from October 1st and ends December 31st, 2024. Visit King's Furniture Showroom today and enjoy these incredible discounts. Locate us in Accra, Kisima, adjacent Melco, and Takrade, Tanokrum, Paipan, right opposite Connect FM, or call us on 050-150-5507 Accra and 050-133-2327. King's Furniture sets a standard. And a big thank you to Ghana.
Mama, stop worrying. How is Kobna? I got some of his medication. His friends are raising funds to support us.
The kidney disease has taken the toll. But my son and our finances.
Mama, there is hope. The pharmacist told me about Mahama's policies on chronic diseases. John Mahama is going to establish the Mahama Cares Fund to support Ghanaians with kidney diseases, sickle cell, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and other heart conditions to support and ease the financial burden on families like ours. Mama, but that is not all. Ghanaians can access free health care when they go to the CHIPS compound, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics. Mama, we have to vote wisely for Kobne's sake. Mama, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Mahama cares.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
This is Weekend Central. Just so you know, you can get interactive with us. Go to Facebook TV3 Ghana Real Life. Engage us with your comment and opinions. In more news this afternoon, more than 29% of Ghana's total population are dealing with high blood pressure complications. That's according to the latest Ghana Step survey by the Ministry of Health and other partners. The survey highlights that vascular diseases are of significant public health concern and a leading cause of morbidity and mortality in Ghana.
High blood pressure is a major cause of death and disability worldwide. This common condition leads to serious health problems like stroke, heart attack, and kidney damage. It causes more deaths than other major risk factors, including smoking and high blood sugar. The survey revealed that in Ghana, a quarter of all women are hypertensive, while 1 in 5 men are hypertensive. The rise of non-communicable diseases, NCDs, as a major public health concern is greatly driven by rapid demographic changes and socioeconomic development. This increasing prevalence of NCDs poses a significant challenge for both developed and developing countries. The Director of Public Health, Ghana Health Service, at the sidelines of the launch of the STEP survey, highlighted the factors leading to the high rise of NCDs in the country.
The factors leading to it are clearly the things that we eat, and then in terms of exercises, then they make mention of the high prevalence of hypertension and then diabetes, and then not eating fruits, vegetables. And then there's something that they mentioned which is about the use of the shisha. I think there's something that which is very important. I don't know whether the girls find it very fanciful. People, they don't smoke cigarettes, rather they go in for shisha, which is also very harmful.
The principal investigator for the survey, Dr. Dennis Odailai, pointed out some findings from the study.
Only 33% that didn't have any form of depression. So that means that a significant proportion of us have depression. And I think that for me was a key finding. Females' use of shisha is a potential hotspot for us as far as non-communicable diseases are concerned. And we're seeing this in younger women, which also means that they are likely to grow up with it. The other striking thing is the proportion of the population that had never had their blood pressure checked, that had never had blood glucose checked, that had never had cholesterol checked. I think cholesterol was 90%, blood pressure was about 23 or so percent.
The severity of the situation necessitates policy guidance.
We need to do what we call data to action. Now the data is available, the evidence is there. So what are the next steps? We need to translate this data into policy actions.
So we have our national policy. We will look at this data and see how we need to modify a few. But so far, I think that our plan, our policies captures the most of the issue. But it's about the quantum that we need to look at it again.
Safa Boahini, TV3 News, Accra.
Let's talk about something exciting, and it was a memorable adventure for some Ghanaians who joined the 3FM Sunrise Mobile Edition. Fans were treated to free rides to their destination while having a healthy conversation about the country and issues that matter to them. Some patrons expressed gratitude to Media General for turning ordinary streets into platforms for extraordinary dialogue.
As part of efforts to bridge the gap between the media and citizens, 3FM Morning Show Sunrise was on the street with its 3FM Mobile Edition. The journey, which began from Adenta, gave Ghanaians the opportunity to speak truth to power while sharing their real stories and opinions on topics of national concern. Today, we have left the studios to come to you at your doorstep to hear from you what the real stories are and what your real opinions are from you, the citizen, who has given the government the mandate to lead and rule the country.
I've been in the hospitality industry for 22 years now, but as it stands now, I have no job. My son completed Legon last year, and he's jobless. I have to go through a lot of bills. You pay electricity, you pay water bill, and then the money on the table every morning. It's a whole lot.
The economy is not going on well, but we are managing by God's grace.
If the jobs they've created are there, we won't see most of their people who follow them. I'm saying this because these same people that follow them, they go to campaign grounds and they tell them we will create jobs, and you see them jubilating. If you've created the 2 million jobs you are talking about, how are they still jubilating over jobs? The jobs are not there.
Some cherished listeners who were on the bus have been expressing gratitude to management for the initiative.
We thank you people for marvelous job that you are doing to bring closer to the people. It's good.
I joined the bus at Medina and it was so nice in the bus. I really enjoyed the AC as well. and the people in the bus.
One of the hosts of the show urged citizens to be on the lookout every Friday for the 3FM mobile edition.
We always say we have our ears and our eyes on the ground, and that's exactly what we wanted to do practically.
How will you describe the turnout?
Amazing. We had persons book beforehand, and we were inundated. But of course, along the way as well, we were flagged down by people who wanted to join the bus and get off at different points. So it's been overwhelming. 3FM
Sunrise airs every weekday from 5:55 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your favorite urban lifestyle radio, 3FM 92.7.
So you want to watch out for the 3FM bus because it might be in your community anytime soon. And it's free. So just hop on the bus. It will take you to your destination. 3FM Sunrise Morning Show. It's on at 3FM every weekday from 5 to 10 a.m. You don't want to miss out with Johnny, Helen, and all the intriguing guests that they bring on the show every day.
But you know, one interesting thing in this economic crisis is just, a good time to get
a free ride to your destination. Exactly. And the bus is very convenient and cozy.
Like the
use tea, so you don't want to miss out on that free ride that also takes you to the door of power to speak to power. Yeah. Don't miss out on the bus when you see it.
Well, some good news for you out there. Stay informed with the latest news updates and exclusive videos by following us on Instagram, 3news.gh. Get breaking stories, quote cards, and behind-the-scenes content all in one place. Don't miss out. Follow 3news.gh now.
Well, that's our package for today. Thank you for staying with us. This has been Weekend Central on TV3. We're also live on DSTV channel 279. My name is Grace Hamwa Ajuman.
And my name is Josh Quinn. It's always a pleasure coming your way. For more news updates, just log on to our website. It's 3news.com. Thanks for watching. It's always a pleasure coming your way.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.